Welcome back. Satisfactory. I'm noticing that we need more screws, but we need more screws because we need more iron ore. And we also want to put in our or at least start the process of putting in our modular frames tower here. Now we know we don't have enough. But I think that's okay. We can at least get started. You know, it's annoying that I can't tell which way this is pointing. Okay. Back that way. We're missing encased industrial beams. Surely there's a few encased industrial beams lying around somewhere around here. Oh no. Or not. The answer is or not. I could play with unlimited buildings and flying modes and all that, but I don't know. I like restrictions. Building the factories that allow you to have the stuff to build other factories seems to be part of the game to me anyway. I forgot all this time that I had this hyper cannon right here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to delete that. I should have deleted that. That piece of foundation there. Whoops. We are really out of crystal oscillators. We didn't let it run for overnight so we could make all the crystal oscillators we needed. We're literally minutes away from the last video. We can click into existence one more if we delete this version of it, right? Obviously the stuff to build it is right there. I see it. There it is. While we're here, though, let's delete this. Uh-oh. That's actually part of the design. 4-meter half foundation. Got to get that replaced so we can keep the integrity of the design. Well, that leaves a space, not a huge amount of space, but it leaves a space. Save that blueprint, clear that blueprint, go over here and get the key stuff we need. I think that's about right. You know what? I am really tired of the way this thing is uploading stuff while I hit the number. There's got to be a way to not do that. I like the old way when you hit this number, it would automatically put on the jetpack. Now, for whatever reason, it starts to upload. Who wants that? Let's at least get this one in, and then we'll get some infrastructure down. We'll leave those two. We'll figure out that corner in a bit. The problem is we need 500. Almost. Well, ugh, we need a bunch of crystal oscillators. We're still making them. Seven and a half per minute, and we need what? 470 of them. We're an hour away, so we can't finish this until sometime in the next video. But I think in the meantime, trying to clean up some of my old storage containers. Actually, do I have any hard drives? Let's take a peek at hard drives, since we have a little time on our hands. Nope. No hard drives. In order to make frames, we need rods, and a lot of them, and reinforced plate. And this is our best bet for reinforced plate. Yeah, I'm gonna die one day from not being able to switch reliably. So these just combine down to a single and then shoot over here. And we're lacking the screws to make a ton of rotors. Surely that means that there are a ton of screws ready to be picked up that we can hoist into the rotor production. Oh wow, these are already full. Okay. Now, how do we want to run? I guess I should pick my stuff back up. We want to run some... You know, we also need to figure out what we're going to do with these corners. The easy solution would be to just square this off and call it a day. But I feel like we should be able to do something at some point. This corner should play nicely. Even if we have to go out like that. But you know what? We don't want to get caught up in that. Let's get the supportive infrastructure set aside for what we've got going on over here. Is that all the way back? It is. Okay. We'll put room for 2 industrial storage containers worth of frames. I want to see the frames as I approach coming down. So we're going to put the frame output over here. Oh, you can put a merger right in the middle of the... I guess it's on the floor. I'll take it. I'll just do 50-50. They don't both have to lock in to both sides. When we get up at the top, it's just going to be a split of a single output anyway. And then I think I'll corner this wall off, and that helps me know that this will work visually. That's an up for one side, or one ingredient, and this is an up for the other ingredient. That's going in the wrong direction. Uh-oh. This is a problem. I wonder if... Ooh, this would be a problem all the way around. Hold on. Haha. We're gonna have to either figure out that edge or allow for this like that. Who has the rods over here? Pipes. I know there is a pipe version that I almost saved for, but we'd have to find a bunch of hard drives and aggressively try to get it before it would work. Hold on, I just went all the way around. It's not good. Pipes. Here they are. Okay, so pipes are coming, or the rods are coming out and into this storage monstrosity. And it looks like, well, what did I do here? This one. So they're all outputting to something. Looks like they're all outputting to combine the output to here. So in a scenario where I would pick up a bunch of rods, well, wait, they're also outputting on this line. Oh, this is where I tapped. Yeah, I tapped these to make the rotors. So I could do something like that to make, because we really don't need a lot. Well, actually, we need a full belt worth. We put 40 machines in, so we need exactly a belt worth. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to connect right. Yeah, better no rods. Okay, that's better. It's another way you can test connections is look for the ingredients of the deletion. The lift itself holds a few items. So, where are we going? Ooh. It's going to be a bit of a trip. Actually, we don't care about clipping, and we obviously proven that in areas where we don't see it or we plan to wall it in, we don't care about clipping. Going up to the ceiling is just a bridge too far. It's too steep on that side and too long on that side. It's exactly too far away. Ew, what happened there? It definitely acted like it was going to work, but it did not work. Yeah, we don't want to be in curve mode, obviously. Something there is not happy. Sadly, I'm actually thinking ahead. That doesn't make sense. We'd probably want to leave that outside lane for the reinforced plate. You know? There we go. Man, this is super intense. How do I want to pull this? I could pull it from over here, but that would take all the stored plates from this side. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. You know, while I'm looking at it though, I want to move a chunk of rotors into the smart plating factory. There's a delightful amount of berries right here. I'm not getting distracted. Okay, so how do we want to deal with this? Are we at a high enough level where we could split? Is there a level to be had here? Maybe. We might be able to put a splitter on here and use that to connect to the center lane here. We'll take this down partially. Why am I getting these funky starting points? Let me just build this for a second. So we can get this over here. And we just need to connect this guy to this guy. And then this to this. Now we're on the run. Grrr! Ah, yes. Should be an achievement for playing after crashes. I think I remember what we were doing. I just don't know where the conveyor mount is. Found it. It's that much short. All right, well, we can do it in a single connection, so we'll move this closer. Just need to get around that tree. All right, we're loading up on frames and we're loading up on reinforced plate. We'll just take one of them. That'll be enough to get us really going on the right track with frames. I guess while we're here, we might as well grab a chunk of rods. That's way too many rods because this thing's already partially full. Well, I was hoping there would be a place where I could drop them off and have them be productive, but we are so short on screws. This is one of the reasons why I typically don't use screws. Last time we did add some additional ore. I wonder if there is room for more of that. Oh, let's also double check and make sure this is still operating. Technically, we owe ourselves a coal connection for the supply of coal. It looks like it's still going, though. So they didn't look like he really dropped off a ton of coal that time. Ton of coal. Didn't drop off a ton of iron ore. I'm probably going to have to just admit that we've got iron ore that's close. And that's going to necessitate us just running a couple belts. This is still legitimate though, because there's so many mines over here. Yeah, we even got down into this side. These guys could use some overclocking. Ooh, we're almost out of coal. Yeah, that feels like a Skybridge episode, where we go out of our way to make a Skybridge. I think for right now, we'll just manually move this coal and make sure we keep that iron ore going. Really, I don't want to. I don't want a situation where we've got trucks on the highway without energy. That's actually my concern more than the other way around. And it's only fueling one side, and that's fine because the whole trip is 45 coal. And a stack of coal is 100. So that works. That's probably a pretty legitimate place to add coal. Put ourselves a little reminder of that fact. We could theoretically go straight in from here. What is it? This is just a place for Caterium. A little too much English on it. A pure Caterium at that. Do I have a dismantle crate behind me? Where the heck is it? How'd it get way over there? I don't think I'm going to be able to ignore it. It's the problem. Hmm. Oh no. This could be a real problem, this dismantle crate. Just missed it. Oh, thank goodness. It was actually somewhere we could actually see it without having to track it down a million times inside of a absolute web of belts and steel. It's just out on the ground. Shoo, okay. So yeah, we need to put connect coal on the list here. Coal, Skybridge. These are gone. We've already made the blueprint. And I think we got a clean spaghetti, clean iron ore. Spaghetti, and then connect local iron ore. So we have a lot of iron ore used in our starter factory that isn't really helping our main factory that we need to run over. Could probably run it right through this valley. But like all those screws that are getting made over here that we're not using, that iron ore can be put to better use in various projects. And then I think we also need a central storage to store all of these smart platings, because we're going to want that smart plate for future projects as well. I think everything that's being made here is a future project item. Maybe the reinforced plate is also on that list. I'm not sure about that. Man, look at that. We need so many screws. You look over here, it looks like a lot of screws, but it's really not that many. Actually, there's a lot going on right now. Ooh, I see that slow little piece right there in that belt. know, we're right at an hour. Let's go ahead and call it there. We've got our part 1 done. We've got 6 more of these that we want to put in. Whether or not we're going to have that many crystal oscillators ready is a different question. Uh-oh. We're not making crystal oscillators. We're short on cable. Let's recharge all of these, and then we'll call it. Yeah, way too much cable. And let's jump over here and get a little bit of quartz crystal. Then we'll call it. Huh, I'm tempted to put a sloop on this. Of course, we would fill it up and then we wouldn't be making use of it. I think the full summer sloop is enough. Oh, I saw a problem that I was gonna fix, but I don't have my hover pack on me, so can't really fix that right now. We're actually doing okay. There's 100 and change in there. So that's 200. But we still need like 400 more. But I think we'll finish that up in part 2. I think we have a little more infrastructure that we're going to have to figure out. But I think that's going to look cool, and I think it's almost ready to go. It's just a matter of having the crystal oscillators to build it. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. We'll see you next time.